All right, Gemini, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for the 9th of November through the 15th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you're new to this type of astrology, do check the description down below because your sign might be different. All right, Gemini, so we do have some very nice aspects this week, a lot involving your ruler Mercury. But within that context, we had a lot of the fast-moving planets go into unfriendly territory. So it is a great week of lifting that up, helping us balance these energies, which are often called for when planets go into unfriendly areas. One of which has been Mars going into unfriendly Virgo, Venus going into debilitation in Virgo. This happened last week, of course. And Mars has been in debilitation in Libra as well. So within that, though, as you can see, there's a lot of easy aspects. In fact, pretty much all. We do have a conjunction with Mars midweek going over that North Node on Thursday. And that's always about shifts and changes to our life path, which I'll talk about. But yeah, an easy energy, an opening, and that's essentially what's taking place. Now, within that context, and what's really creating a lot of these easy energies is the fact that we do have a new moon taking place right in between this trine that's been going on between Jupiter and Pluto. So as you can see, it's right smack in the middle, creating two sextiles from both sides. Mercury's close by doing the exact same thing. And so that's where the focal point is going to be for the week. This is around your self-expression. So new beginnings around that, both in the short term of the next 2 weeks and long term of the next 6 months of the lunar and solar cycle. It's a great week for setting intentions. It's a great week for sort of reflecting and thinking about a lot of, especially with your ruler here, a lot of the things that give you passion, how to bring in that passion into what you're involved with, how to have that sort of lighthearted, playful energy of life, which is, of course, so important. So with that, there's a lot of powerful energy. This has been power and change in your relationships, your perspective of relationships, drawing those lines when necessary. Could be a very good week for doing those kinds of things, connecting on that deep level. Again, very supportive for expressing yourself, as well as this Jupiter in your third house, expanding and helping you learn more about communication and thinking and, exchanging and socializing and all of that kind of stuff, which has been taking place with Jupiter this year, this middle to later part of the year. So nice energy, openings. Now, it's not a given. It's not necessarily that, these things just happen for us, but we can see them if we are looking and sort of go with the flow. It could be an easygoing week, in fact, and could be opportunistic with Jupiter also. Now, one thing that is a given, though, is going to be Chiron trining up to this new moon. So I think naturally there is going to be healing taking place around the creativity, expression, that playful sort of energy, and there is a revitalization that often takes place with Chiron especially, and we can especially feel that when it's a trine like it is going to be. And this all starts on Monday, really, when your ruler Mercury goes into that fifth house. So I think naturally, right at the beginning, you're just naturally going to start thinking about it. Maybe, it's a great time to actually write, to do creative things that are involving like writing or communicating specifically. That's naturally how you Geminis work anyways, which is Mercury, your ruler. But in the fifth house, it's very much about channeling that creativity into that. I think it's a great week for that. There's also a lot of new things to learn this week with your ruler so close to the new moon. So being open to learning and, again, socializing and, having those deep connections in your relationships. So that's going to be the high point of the week around Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we do have that Mars going over the North Node, emphasizing this fourth house of yours. You recently had Venus and Mars go in here. This is pertaining to things about home, about family, about your past, your roots, solidifying your roots in life. This is where there's been a lot of energy for the past 2 years, roughly, with the North Node transiting your fourth house. So now Mars goes over that North Node, so there's energy, there's drive, there's intention to be put into those fourth house things, whatever it might be for you. And really seeing how there's this unfoldment of your future here and the short-term energy and goals that maybe you can bring into that. So that's Thursday, and then on Friday, we do have another very nice aspect, Venus sextiling up to Saturn. So Venus does naturally rule your 12th house and your 5th house of expression anyways. So I think there's a maturity, a groundedness around that unfolding at the later part of the week, maybe even a relaxing sort of energy as well with this kind of aspect. So the high point Gemini is that new moon in your 5th. Creativity could be romantic for some of you. For those of you who have children, it could be something new relating to children in your life. It could also be artistic in that creative sense, but really anything is creative. So seeing that, bringing that passion into it, reflecting on that. The energies are low during this time. So as the next couple weeks unfold, you'll be feeling more of that energy going into and available for them. But great time to start planting those seeds around those areas and continuing with the enjoyment and motivation around home and family, growth and expansion around social and communicative stuff, as well as those depths and deeper connections in your one-on-one relationships. All right, Gemini, so have a fantastic week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.